Hi there, I'm Adam, and I just wanted to give a quick review of Action Arcade Wrestling. This game, I played Action Arcade Wrestling 1, Action Arcade Wrestling 2, and this is the latest Action Arcade Wrestling. I don't PC, so I haven't played the Chicago game, which is the same game. And I've been a wrestling fan since I was 11-ish, and I'm 42 now. So I've pretty much played every major wrestling game, whether it be on the Game Boy or Game Gear or Master System, PlayStation 1, all the PlayStations, all the Xboxes. And of course the favourite ones are No Mercy, WCW Revenge. They're basically the end of the 90s, early 2000 wrestling games. I love the GameCube Day of Reckoning, 1 and 2, WrestleMania 19. WrestleMania 18 wasn't good. WrestleMania 19 was good, and then it got better with Day of Reckoning. The SmackDown games, the early ones were really fun. Shut Your Mouth was my favourite, which was, I think, the 4th one. People go on about Here Comes the Pain, but I like Shut Your Mouth. I don't know if it's because it was the first big jump. Anyway, this isn't about that. I just wanted to let you know that I played all the wrestling games, WrestleFest, etc. Pretty much all of them, and enjoyed most of them, but there's been some really bad ones. I'm looking at you, WCW Nitro, and then if you're a sucker like me, you'll then go and buy WCW Thunder, which is the same game. But yeah, I'm a sucker for a wrestling game, and I will buy them even if I know they're not going to be good. The most recent one I bought was Retromania Wrestling, and I really like that game. I really loved WrestleFest, one of my top wrestling games, and I really love WrestleFest, and I really love what Mike did with the Retromania. I hope they continue to keep supporting it, and I'll keep playing it. You know, I think he's done a really good job, and he should be proud of himself, and I'm proud of anyone what can do what I didn't do and just make their own game. And it seems like people are doing that these days, which is brilliant, you know. But onto Action Arcade Wrestling, there's so much to like about it. If you're on the fence about buying it, I wouldn't be, as long as you enjoy playing exhibition matches. I mean, I used to sit there for literally hours playing NWO, WCW Revenge, exhibition one-on-one if my mates couldn't come around, or if my mates were doing something, you know, and just enjoy recreating a match. Or, you know, like Eddie Guerrero doing the frog splash, getting the pin. Is it going to be a pin? You never quite knew on there whether it was going to be a pin. It was kind of like, you know, exciting to play, you know. And I feel that a lot of wrestling games, they're just not good anymore. I mean, Fire Pro Wrestling, the latest one on the PlayStation, I've got it on the PlayStation 5, but I had it on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and that's good. The Creator Wrestler is a bit complicated on there if you don't own all the DLC, and it's more confusing than it needs to be. But if you do get the Creator Wrestlers, they are really good on there, and the moves and everything. It's a really good game. I think it's one of those games you either like or you wouldn't like. I tried to get my boys to play it before, and they can't get on with that type of wrestling game, but I can, because I'm a what I call a wrestle mong, because I like anything wrestling pretty much, apart from the WWE lately, which, I mean, you can see I like WWE, but lately it's all-time low. Anyway, back onto the games. Lots of good games coming out, hopefully. New WWE game, a new AEW game. Obviously, the Retromania's just come out, and there's a few others. I follow Smack Talks, and I still do follow Yard. It's my Yard, but he doesn't post quite as much. But Smack Talks, get all my news off of him, or I'm all constantly on, you know, looking for the latest new information, because... But by no means do I do any YouTubing. This is the first video I've ever put up. Probably will never put up another video. I just wanted to put up a quick review of what I actually thought of the game as a gamer, what has played wrestling games for like 30 years. And it's come on a long way since Action Arcade Wrestling 2. I really think and feel that the guy what made this, I believe his name's Dave Horn. I don't know if he had a team doing this with him, but I mean, he's managed... Let's just go straight for the Creator Wrestler, because that's mostly what this game's about. The Creator Wrestler you do on a PC. I don't PC, so I can't do it. Plus, I can't make Creator Wrestlers. I'm terrible at them. So I went on there the first day. I didn't pick it up Wednesday. I actually picked it up Friday because I was busy, and I never do that. I always get wrestling games day one, but I'll be honest, I wasn't that excited about it because I sort of undersold it. I just thought, oh, it looks okay. And I was wrong, I was wrong. This game is just recreating, like, I don't know, the ECW arena with the Dudley Boys doing the 3D and then being able to screen cap it and just put it up online. And I don't know, that's what wrestling's all about. It's just having fun with the game. And, because of the creates on there and the amazing creations that people do on there, you can pretty much have anything. I mean, I had a steel floor, like a deathmatch type floor on one of the rings. There's so many rings on there you can get. Literally, there's a lot. Everything is on there pretty much. Even World of Sport from the UK, where I'm from the 70s and 80s, the World of Sport ring. I mean, there is a Big Daddy on there even, so I haven't got him yet. It is limited to 300 creates, including rings and wrestlers, but that is quite a lot. I mean, you can make your own federations, so you can have ECW, WCW, Ring of Honor, AEW, of course, WWE. I've done it as WWE Golden Years, Attitude Era, New Generation as one, and then the Ruthless Aggression Era, and then the current product. And you can just sort through this creative wrestler so easy. It's so easy to download them. It's really quick. You don't have to go and assign certain things like in the SmackDown games or 2K games where you have to tell it you want it as an alternative attire and stuff like that. You ain't got any of that. You just say you like to look at that wrestler, bang, it's there, and it's literally there, and it'll come up in the or you can then put it into a federation. So create probably the best I've seen in the wrestling game, to be honest. Although it's like a cell shaded effect, so it's easier to do faces and stuff, so they don't have to look spot on as long as the attires are spot on. I'm just blown away by how good some of them are. I mean, you've got like Darth Vader on there. I'm not interested in that stuff. I like wrestlers on there, but you can do all sorts on there. I've seen you can get the SmackDown covers, and you can get a Pepsi machine, stuff like that, and fight them. And it's so this game would technically appeal to anybody, really. It don't even have to be a wrestling fan to play it. So actually onto that's the create out the way. Amazing. For somebody independent to be able to do a better job than a big company can do in terms of create a wrestler, take my hat off to you. Not that I've got one on, but I have got AJ Styles hat somewhere. The actual gameplay, there's things I'd improve and there's things I'd add, but I'm sure that's probably going to come in time. I hope that he continues to support it, or his team. I believe he's been doing this a long time, so I really think that, and I'll say it straight off the bat, he should be working for a big company, what makes wrestling games, because some of the ideas in there, I love the power-ups. There's power-ups you can pick up and they give you certain buffs, and if you need to use it to kick out, you can use it to kick out, or if you do a finisher on somebody who's got one, it'll take theirs away so you can pin them easier, and stuff like that. And it's just some great ideas, like the kickouts, like the raising the shoulder up on the kick out instead of a full kick out. I hit stun on Shawn Michaels, I think, on a video I put on YouTube, and all of a sudden he kicked out on two or three quarters, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know he was going to kick out. It just happened, So in terms of gameplay, I like the grapple system. The grapple system should be the same on most wrestling games. It should be grapple, light moves, heavy moves, a la No Mercy, WCW, WrestleMania 2000, Virtual Pro Wrestling, etc. It should all be like that. I mean, pretty much every wrestling game should be like that. Striking can be iffy, but it's still good. It's still good, and there's no corner moves. You can dive the rope, which is cool. I found that out yesterday. I do wish, in terms of the creator, that I could rename some of my creators, because I downloaded a sweet Undertaker in the grey, and it said Undertaker 89, and I believe he debuted in 1990 as Undertaker. And I wish I could tweak with those things, maybe, or even on an app or something. I don't know if how I'd even go about doing that, but it's not that important. But yeah, gameplay wise, grappling system brilliant. Even like the moves seem to hit really well. I mean, I can't believe how good the animations are on some of the stuff. I mean, like the Stone Cold Stunner, the Rikishi driver, No, thank you. No, thank you. Sorry about that. It's just the wife shouting at me. The Rikishi driver looks amazing. Better than like the other games. You know, the ones you pay a lot of money for. This game was like £9 on the PlayStation, something like that, £9-10, something like that. It is going to go up a little bit to I think £12, but it's still really cheap. And maybe you won't get like loads and loads of hours out of it, but for that money, it's worth it as a wrestling fan. If you're a wrestling fan and you like wrestling games, you definitely want to pick this up. So the animations alone, the super kick's got a nice animation. The Stone Cold Stunner. What other animation did I see? Rikishi Driver was really good. I seen that there was another one in Pacific that I seen. Angle Slam looks decent. 3D looks good. There's some good moves in there. I mean, there's a lot of moves in there, but there are some key ones missing. I guess they'll be added. One Winged Angel, X Factor, the Bubba Bomb, for example, is not in there. Christian's moves in there actually. That looks good. But I guess they're not gonna, get them all in there straight away. I would hope they add them. I really hope they add them, because then I can update, or the people update the wrestlers, and and they'll have their moves. But yeah, the Frog Splash needs some work as well. I downloaded the RVD, and he done a Frog Splash, and it kind of looks front heavy. It's not good, but I'm just blown away by this game. There's probably so many other things I want to mention, little things, little tiny things in the game that I just go, wow, that's cool, like the throwing them over the top rope. You just drag them towards the rope, and if you get close enough to the rope, it just tosses them over. None of this, it's just easy. The gameplay, the actual buttons, you got basically a punch button, grapple button, and then you got the O button on the PlayStation does as if you're holding both together. So I use that as my strong move. Very few buttons it uses. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, everything hits good. It's fun. I mean, it's fun at the end of the day. I've not played it with friends yet. I'm hoping that I do get to do that at some point. I mean, I'm trying to tell them about it, but not everybody, when you get a bit older, you meet up less and stuff. So, but I'm hoping at some point I can arrange so they can come around once everyone can just come in, and we'll have a big old multiplayer on it. But yeah, I think the Royal Rumble mode on there's good. You got Survivor Series 5-on-5, that's good. So yeah, just main thing, just blown away by the Creator Wrestler. Blown away by the animation, is top notch. I mean, the moves, I just love the style of that stunner, and it just looks so good. It's a move what can be hard to get right, but they definitely nailed the stunner. So many good moves. None of the moves really look bad. I mean, they all look pretty good. So whoever's done the animation, just like hats off to you, like fair play. And I wish they went back to animation in wrestling games rather than mocap, because I think a big bug of what my friend always had with SmackDown games is with animation is if you've got going for the powerbomb, especially on the earlier SmackDown games, like they're sort of around 08, 09, I think it was around then, you could always tell by the animation that you got the reversal, and the reversals on this game happen automatically, and I would say it probably needs tweaking so you get a bit more sort of automatic reversal. You don't get very many. Also, I think that if you go for a heavy move straight away, you probably shouldn't get that every time. Where you pretty much do, unless you've done it like over and over, and then it auto reverse. But I love the auto reverse. I just think I just love everything about the game. It's quick, it loads fast, it's 60 frames per second, runs smooth. There have been a few glitches that I've had, mainly with textures loading. They load the wrong color, or when I slam somebody on the mat, you get some like weird colors and stuff. But I think that stuff will probably be fixed. I think they did put something out about the patches or something. I'm not sure. Obviously, that stuff would be fixed. You know, that's guaranteed. I'm sure it'd be fixed. But usually I just restart the match, and then sometimes it fixes it. Sometimes it like I had a Jericho with green hair, and then I restart the match, and then he had like pink hair. I restarted the match again, and he had the blonde hair. So eventually it was correct. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Xbox, I haven't got it on the Xbox, but you can use Microsoft points, earn some points, get the game for free. You know, that's what I do. I earn some points on my Xbox, but I wanted this on my PlayStation because I just prefer the control pad, to be honest. And I just wanted to, I bought Retromania on the Xbox, so I thought I'd buy this one on the PlayStation. Yeah, so yeah, I'm having fun with it. And I do see me just jumping on there for a bit here and there, and playing this game, like I would Retromania. I jump in for 20 minutes, half hour, play it, turn it off. And I think we need more of this. We need more console gaming, wrestling gaming, and I'm loving the fact that 2 of these have actually come out this year, and hopefully we'll get a decent 2K game this year as well. And then next year, the AEW game, which is what I'm waiting for. I can't wait for that one. I'm really hoping that's good. But like I said, I just want to say to anybody thinking about not buying this game, if you're a proper wrestling fan and you proper like, wrestling games, you should pick up this game. And congratulations to Dave and his team, if he's got a team. You've done a fantastic job, and keep up the good work, and on to updates and then Action Arcade Wrestling 4 hopefully one day. And hopefully you'll get a contract with one of the big companies if you want that. I don't even know. I know you've been around a while, because I said Action Arcade Wrestling 1 was a while ago. That was like 360, so you must be 30s, I'd guess. So I think I did listen to you on a podcast. If you see this, like I said, well done, and I'm just loving the game. So keep up the good work, and thank you. And if anybody watches this, thanks for watching, and cheers.